Hello dear friends, thank you for joining me on Dragonfly Soul Tarot. Today I have a special treat for you. I have a little bit of an experiment. I call it the Problem Solution 3-card throw. I'm going to be throwing 3 cards as the problem and then rearranging them to see what the solution might be. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing 3 cards and looking for what the problem might be, and then rearrange them in the as a solution. Okay, so this is the lovely Tarot de Marseille. It is a pip deck. I really love this deck, but I don't use it very often because I know people like the picture deck. So this particular deck I'm going to be using for today only. I may use it in the future if I get any requests for this particular deck, but this is a very nice deck. I learned on the pip decks, and I'm very happy to be using them. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to stop jibber jabbering and get into our readings. Let's go. The first sign we will do is Capricorn, because this is the Capricorn month, and I'm going to start with Capricorn. So the first, okay, so I've shuffled and I've cut the cards, and I'm not going to continue to shuffle because I just feel like they're ready right now. So let's get started, okay? First card for Capricorn for our New Year's Eve reading is the 4 of Swords. I'll put that right over there. The second card is the Tower. Oh dear. Okay, and the third card is the 4 of Wands. Now, this is pretty interesting to me because we have a card of rest and recuperation, and then some calamity occurs again. So possibly this rest and recuperation, this retreating from the world is not something we should do right now. We should remain, Capricorn should remain sorry about that. Capricorn should remain fully engaged in what is going on right now, and not pull away from any problems that may be surfacing around family, around love, around money, because it could cause something that would be highly unexpected. Now the third card is the 4 of Wands. So the problem is disengaging, and the solution is re-engaging. Okay, so we are going to, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to rearrange these cards so that we have the Tower first, we have the 4 of Wands second, and the 4 of Swords third. So what we are going to do, what we are going to aim for, is to stay engaged. Do not disengage. Stay aware. Stay vigilant of anything that could go wrong in any area of your life, and make sure that you are ready for anything. Okay? Because something could go sideways. You need to take a look at every aspect of your life from every angle during these couple of weeks. Okay, Capricorn? And then with that, we can remain vigilant. We can stay centered in our security. The 4 of Wands is security. And then after that, once we get past this hurdle, whatever this is the time where we can disengage, we can rest, we can recuperate, and we can take a little time, maybe in January, to maybe take a little mini vacation, or just take a little time for ourselves to relax, because we've taken care of this already. We've been aware that this is coming into our life and watched for it and dealt with it in a vigilant manner, okay? And at this point, the outcome will be that we can take it easy, okay? So the reading started out like this, with the Tower in the middle, someone disengaging, the Tower in the middle, and needing to re-engage in a hurry. But what if we take these two cards, and switch them around? Oh, sorry, no, I think this is the best way to solve the problem. Look for the problem. Look for the problem. Stay engaged. And once the problem is resolved, then you can take a little vacation and relax and stop worrying about it so much. Okay, Capricorn, that is your problem solution reading for the New Year's Eve. Okay, Taurus, this is your problem solution 3-card throw for the beginning period of 2018. Happy New Year's. We are going to see what the problem is and how to possibly find a solution to work on that together. Okay, so here's the first card in your throw. We have the 2 of coins. Put that over there. We have the 5 of swords, and we have the 5 of coins. Well, okay, so the situation is through a situation where there was a lot of back and forth and a little bit of confusion and trying to balance a precarious situation. Something happened in the interim, and an argument ensued, or you feel like someone betrayed you, and you feel now with the 5 of coins that you have been left out in the cold. So this is kind of a challenging situation. It looks like something that has happened recently. The solution is in the switching around of the cards. So this is the event, okay? This is the 5 of swords. Is you think that someone is getting away with something that they don't deserve to get away with. And the 2 of coins is trying to come to balance your emotions in that situation, because remember the 2 of coins was in the first position before, and it was a lack of balance that ended up in this situation where there was this outburst. And I choose to read the 5 of swords as a kind of a display of anger, as opposed to the 7 of swords, which is more somebody doing something intentionally behind your back. So with the 5 of swords, it's more on in your perception that this is happening. Now, the 5 of coins is also a card of preparation, a card where you see that you are lacking something and you want to make things better. You want to look into what is not working and try to make things better, because when you're feeling out in the cold, what do you want to do? You don't want to stay there. You want to work on making things better. So it's time to ask yourself, how could I take ownership of this situation and work on making things better so that this sort of thing doesn't happen again? This event, whatever it was, happened, and it's not going to unhappen, but we are going to take the 5 of coins and put it in the middle with the 2 of coins in the outcome to indicate that you are now a balanced person. Okay, so you are going to strive to become a more balanced person. It's not going to be all or nothing, okay? There has to be give, there has to be take, and sometimes there's a little bit more take than give, and sometimes there's a little bit more give than take. But overall, you have to look at the overall picture, not just what is happening this one day or 2 days or whatever. So the suggestion for the situation where you experienced this imbalance, this outburst, and feeling left out in the cold, the solution to that is to leave that situation in the past, then look to how to make things better so that you can come out of the cold and then become a more balanced person. Think balance every day of your life. Give and take. Not one extreme or the other. Not extremely, extremely nice and not extremely, extremely not nice. Okay? You have to find a spot somewhere in the middle where you can coexist and avoid this sort of thing happening again. Okay? So we started off here. We started off ending up in the cold. Out in the cold, Taurus. And the cards are advising us to leave that situation in the past, work on making things better, and finding balance. Okay, Taurus? So that was your problem solution throw for the beginning of January. I hope it was helpful. Okay, Virgo, are you ready for your problem solution spread for 2018? I'm going to draw 3 cards and see what the problem is, and hopefully the cards will give us a solution to that particular problem. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first card, Virgo, is the 10 of Wands. Second card, Virgo, is the 5 of Wands. And the final outcome, wow, lots of wands, here we go, it's the 7 of Wands. Virgo, this is going to be a challenging couple of weeks for you. A lot of heavy energy we have here. Okay. We have here some of the most combative cards in the deck. We have the 10 of Wands, which is in the Rider-Waite, it's usually a person carrying a heavy load and just trying to get through to the place where they can unload that particular heaviness and drop it and feel a little bit of freedom. So then we have the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, two cards which sometimes get confused, but I differentiate them as the 7 of Wands is actual combat, fighting for survival, standing up for yourself, and not letting people run all over you, okay? And the 5 of Wands is working and competing. It's a competition card. It's like you need to prove yourself better than others. You're going to need to fight to learn what you need to know to be heads and shoulders above the rest. Okay, so this is what you're dealing with. The 10 and the 7 is what you're dealing with, and the 5 seems to me a more of an advice card where you are going to need to take it upon yourself to learn what you need to know to deal with this situation. Now, it may be a situation in your career, it may be a situation at home, in your business where you have a lot of work coming in and you need to learn something really, really fast in order to be competitive. It could be a situation where you were working very hard on something and either some customers got sick or they're trying to sue you or something like that, and you have to hurry up and get a lawyer or something. Something is going on in your life that's causing you a lot of stress, like it's making your shoulders really tense, worrying about this. It's not just worry, it's being concerned for your future, possibly. Okay, in finding the solution for this situation, because we have wands, this is not something that is going to be easily figured out. This is not something that is going to be you're going to say, oh, okay, I'm going to do such and such a thing, and then it's going to be all solved. No, this is going to go on. And we have the, in the 10 in the beginning here, the card of completion at the beginning. We want that at the end, okay? Because after you've dealt with it, after all this stuff has happened, it's all water under the bridge, and then you're going to finally get to put down the wands and move forward. So we are going to have to put the 10 of Wands as the outcome card. Doesn't make it any easier as a solution, but it is a solution because the 10 is the last card in the Wands suit. Well, not counting the cord cards, of course. Okay, so here we have the 7 and the 5. Now, I am going to put the 7 first because the 7 involves other people, and you cannot control what other people are going to do. Okay, so all this litigation with other people is going to have to come first. You're going to have to just deal with it. Just stand up and say, okay, this is what's happening. This is the reality of it, and I am just going to deal with it. I'm not going to run away from it and stick my head in the sand, because doing that would just compound the problem even more. Okay, now the 5 of Wands is actually the best card that you have here in your little spread. The 5 of Wands is encouraging you to grow. It's encouraging you to use all this adversity in order to make yourself stronger. And you may stay in this situation if you can prove that you are better than the rest. There's also the thing about the 5 of Wands where it advises us to learn something that we haven't learned before, something that is going to be really challenging, and to just challenge ourselves to delve into an area that we're not completely comfortable with, in order to move forward and become a stronger person. Okay, so it originally started out like this. Was it like this, I believe? Okay, with the 10, the 5, and the 7. Outcome being the 7, litigation. 5, competition in the middle, and the 10 of Wands, heavy burden. What I would like you to focus on, Virgo, is to change the outcome to dealing with the litigious forces around you, then to look into using that knowledge, using that experience to strengthen yourself, and just look the problem in the face and deal with it. There are many ways you can deal with it. You can move away from the situation. You can just go with the situation. But the 10 of Wands promises us that at some point you will be able to put the wands down and rest. Just not right now. It's going to be a while before this whole thing gets resolved. But just keep in mind that you are going to receive some sort of conflict in the next couple of days, next couple of weeks, through other people, and you're going to need to deal with it. Because if you just let this energy overwhelm you, you're going to end up there. So what you want to do is you want to get this over with, right? You want to get this over with so that you can have the finality of the Ten of Wands in your future. Okay, Virgo, I hope everything works out for you. I really do.